back with another video. It's your boy Zay the Prince, bro. So glad to be back making another video. Now look, y'all see by the title, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I had a little trouble with this one. You know, I didn't know if I really wanted to make this one because I have mixed feelings on it. But this is why Jake Paul versus Vidal Riley would be an insane fight. Look, straight off the top, straight off the rip, we know Vidal is better than Jake Paul. We know that. There's no debating it. He's a better boxer, period. Better boxer, more experience, has a better boxing IQ. Everything about Vidal Riley is better. Excuse me, but they have around the same amount of professional fights. Vidal has 6, Jake got 5, and Jake got a fight coming up, so he about to have 6 fights too. Now, the only thing about it, here's my thing. I just listed basically all reasons why Vidal should smoke Jake Paul. But look, there's many of things that play into factor. Bruh, you got Jake Paul's power, bro. That power, it just takes one. I say it all the time, but it just takes one. You never know. You never know until the fight's over. So it only takes one good shot, and who knows? Maybe what's his name? Vidal Riley gonna have his booty in the air, and then he gonna be waking up in the ER. I say this every time, bro. So who knows? But the thing is, you gotta look at it from both sides. It reminds me of the Anderson fight because Anderson's more skilled, but Jake got the power. Vidal more skilled, but Jake got that power. And Vidal Riley, a big social media following. Jake Paul, a big social media following. Bro, and if think about it, if this would settle the whole KSI v Jake debate. This would end them fight talks like that. It just wouldn't happen. If Jake were to beat Vidal Riley, if he were to knock him out, KSI versus Jake is done. It's done. It's never happening. It's never happening. It's just not gonna happen. KSI knows if he were to beat Vidal, he wouldn't want no problems with Jake. He wouldn't want no problems with Jake. You know, hey, y'all can say what y'all want, but he would not want no problems with Jake. There's no way you would want to fight Jake after Jake were to knock out Vidal Riley. There's just no way. It wouldn't even be a question. Bro, those conversations are over. KSI, he wouldn't even be talking about the fight no more. Like, they would just go on about it, you know? So that would be huge. That would just be not only a huge win for Jake and prove he's a legitimate, like, real legitimate boxer. He will also have defeated KSI at the same time. That's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Like, you know what I mean? That's really what that is. And for Jake to do that, man, there's not going to be a lot of fighters who's going to want to fight him. I'm telling you, there's not a lot of fighters who are going to want to step in the ring with him. Because the number one thing is they don't want to risk losing. They don't want to risk losing to the YouTuber or get knocked out by the YouTuber. And let me tell you this. I did say Jake will beat Anderson in 3. but I might want to up it to 4. It's an 8-round fight. I think Jake will knock out Anderson Silva round 4. But this is the first time I'm ever really going. This is the first time I'm ever going for Jake in the fight. I want Jake to win this. Why? Because it shuts up all the UFC MMA fans. It just shuts them up. It will break their tiny hearts. They will be so sad. And I would love to see all those MMA fans be crying. Oh, he knocked out Anderson, but he's still not a real boxer. I don't understand. Bro, Jake, please knock him out. Like, if you see this, knock him out. Like, and that's nothing against Anderson Silva. I like Anderson Silva, but still, just knock him out. Do it for me, bro. Do it for me. Do it for you, your family, your fans, all that, bro. Because it's gonna be funny seeing the MMA fans be heartbroken over their hero, their greatest of all time, being knocked out by YouTuber. That's gonna be sad. As go. But yeah, and then back to the Jake versus Vidal. It makes sense in terms of a draw. It would bring in a lot of revenue, a lot of eyeballs. You would have fans really wondering, like, okay, we know Vidal is better, but can Jake possibly get that one punch knockout? Like, we know he has one punch knockout power, and if he lands it, it'd be bad. But and that's where my kind of counter argument goes to, and I would agree with others. Like, Jake is not on Vidal's level right now at all. He would not be able to. He would get schooled. He probably would get knocked out in 2. I think Vidal Riley would knock Jake out in 2 rounds. Vidal is just that he's there. He's the same size. They the same height. Well, Vidal's 6'1", Jake's 6 foot. Same height, bro. They the same height. Look at me clapping my hands like an auntie. But they the same height, same weight, both cruiserweights. They get it on, it's a wrap. You really don't know who's gonna win. I mean, I keep saying that, but we know Vidal will win, but it would be good for the sport. It would bring a lot of eyeballs, a lot of pay-per-view buys, everything. It would be an amazing event. It would be Jake's best event, in my opinion, for sure. And it would just boost up Vidal Riley that much, man. He'll become a superstar. Like, there's so many people who wants to be that one to defeat Jake Paul. Like, they want to be the one to put the 1 in the loss column for Jake Paul. But at the same time, they be scared because they don't want to take that risk. So, you really don't know, man. And I think that, that would be a great fight, man. That would be a great fight. In terms of entertainment-wise, trash talking would be, man, it would be amazing. I bet you have KSI going to the fight, going to the press conference, the weigh-in, that would be dope. Because they haven't met in person in years since they haven't even been in the same presence. No, they were at like that one little party, a little dinner or whatever, but they didn't actually see each other. They knew they were both there, but they didn't see each other. Which is the thing. If they knew, why ain't they, you feel me, had that little altercation? But it's all good. Look, you feel me? That's my thoughts on, Vidal Riley versus Jake Paul, or Jake Paul versus Vidal Riley, however you want to say it, bro. That would be a great fight. You can do that one in MSG. You can do that one in Madison Square Garden. But yeah, it's your boy Zay the Prince. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram at Zay the Prince. Okay? I love y'all. Peace.